Okay, I'm good.
All right.
Okay, that's it.
Hello, my name is James and welcome to Wildwood.
Hi there, it's nice to meet you. I'm Jillian.
Nice to meet you, Jillian. Before we get started, you mind if I ask you, how have you been doing lately?
I'm good. A couple different things bring me in today. I'm good. Um, but overall, I'm okay.
Do you mind if I ask you what brings you here today?
Yeah, so I have a little 10-year-old boy who has autism, and we're doing okay for ourselves, but it's been a little tough recently. My husband left me a few years ago after Daniel was showing signs that he had a disability, and that was really hard for me. But I wanted to, carry on taking care of him because he's my little boy, and I care about him a lot. But it's been very difficult lately to take care of him, and he needs a lot of extra attention, and also going to work and balancing it all. It's just been a lot, and I need a place to turn to. So it was recommended that I come here.
Well, well, I'm glad you were able to come. At least I'm at least glad you're able to open up about this sort of stuff.
Mhm.
Well, I'll just go over something first. So is Daniel currently in school?
He's in a special like co-ed class where they like go a little bit slower and they're able to help him throughout his day. And then I pick him up at the end of the day, and he has other like extracurricular activities that he does, and he's very involved. So there's a lot of like me getting him to and from school and to and from activities. And I always have to make sure that there's good people there that understand Daniel's situation and understand our situation at home, that it's not always the easiest. But he is in school and he likes going to school.
Well, it's very good that he's very active at least.
Mhm.
He's been able to make a lot of friends.
He has, it's hard at times. He wishes that he had other friends that were what he says is normal. Um, but because of his disability, sometimes talking to other students can be difficult for him. But he really tries hard.
Well, at the very least, I don't want to I don't want to make Daniel feel like that he's like too different from everybody else. If anything, we're all different in our own respective ways, but
Mhm.
I completely sympathize with you and Daniel's worries.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So, do you mind if I ask you about your husband?
Sure.
Uh, are you still seeing each other?
No, he left basically immediately after Daniel was showing signs of his autism. We also were having our own issues, so he just kind of up and left us. I've kind of moved on from that chapter of my life, and now it's just me and Daniel taking on the world. It was very difficult when it happened, but since then I've kind of just moved on and just trying to deal with what we have right now.
Uh, so, before I move forward, I just want to ask you, why did you want to come to Wildwood? Like, what brought you here?
Well, I've been feeling really overwhelmed, and it's getting to the point where I feel like I need extra support. Like I said, like my days are consumed with taking care of Daniel and going to work, and I really don't have time for anything else. And it's getting to be a lot where I need some extra support. And it was recommended to me by some friends that I come and look at getting some extra support and care for myself and my family.
Well, at the very least, I'm glad that you care about Daniel, but you're also wanted to at least have a prioritize your own self-care.
Mhm.
Especially with how busy that kind of work can be.
Mhm.
Let's see, want to go through, there are some couple of sections that I think you'll find really helpful.
Okay, that's good.
Even though we tend to help out primarily with the care of children who have autism, I believe we also have some other programs here at Wildwood that would also help out with the parents.
That
Let's
would
see.
be really helpful. I definitely need some extra support as I work through taking care of Daniel.
Let's see. The section right here, you can learn more on the website.
That's
But
great.
but it covers different kinds of therapies that we can provide for both children with autism or different learning disabilities, as well as the family members. We want to make sure that at Wildwood, we have the family take an active part, or like they're active, like they're actively taking part in the children, not only the children's education here at our schools, but also in the programs that we want them to be a part of.
I really appreciate that. It'd be great if Daniel had some extra support and was able to get a couple of these different types of therapies at school. He's able to, participate in his like in-class support, but the extracurricular activities that he's involved in, sometimes it's a little difficult for him to be fully engaged because they're not really created in the way to help kids with autism. They're just kind of, he plays basketball, but he needs a sport that's a little bit slower. So doing these different types of music therapy or physical therapy might really help him.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Is there anything else you think we could provide you here at Wildwood?
I mean, if you had any kind of like child care support, just so that I could have some time for myself, I think would be really helpful. Um, honestly, dropping him off to these types of therapies might be what we need.
Although with Wildwood would be able to help transport Daniel from home to our schools easy.
That would be great. That's kind of exactly what I need. Just a little bit of time for myself.
In fact, if you ever wanted to make a transition to one of our schools, we actually have transition readiness services that we can provide.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really what I need. Because it can be very difficult to have to transport him places and then also get to work. And a lot of times I find myself like getting to work late, which is really embarrassing. But this would be an awesome service for myself.
I'm glad to hear it. And at the very least, I don't want to force any of these changes on you. At the very least, what's most important is that you have the active role in helping making these decisions.
Mhm.
At the very least, I don't want to force change. I want to at least have it go at your own natural pace, the same way how you want Daniel to at least take a little slower pace, like have a sport that's more attuned to him.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. It helps me see the full picture really well.
And I just wanted to check the time just to make sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are there any other questions you have about Wildwood?
Not that I can think of right now. I definitely am up for trying these services, especially the transition and the like transportation. I think that would really help our situation right now.
Let's see. I just want to see if there's any other notes to go through, just in case.
Yeah, you're good. I think if it's under 10 minutes a little bit, I think we're good. So if there's anything else you look
Okay.
at.
So at the very least, I feel like we're running short on time, but at the very least, I was very happy to meet you, Joanne.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for letting me come in today. This has been really helpful.
No problem.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Yep, you too. Okay. And